Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Sodanandana Braja Janaranjana. Yasodanandana Braja Janaranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Yasodanandana Braja Janaranjana. Yasodanandana Braja Janaranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Vishnupad Paramahansa Prabhu Astada Sisi Mari Divine Grace Sri Bhaktivedanta Goswami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jaya Vishnupad Paramahansa Prabhu Astada Sisi Mari Divine Grace Srila Bhaktivedanta Goswami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Sri Guru Parampara Ki Jai. Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is Ki Jai. Sadhu Sangha Ki Jai. Go Premananda Hari Hari Bo. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. All together please. Om Agana Timarandasya Ganandana Salakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kanamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yukta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnava Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raganatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvetam Sarvadutam Prijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padang Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitamscha. He Krishna Karana Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagat Pite Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapcha Kanchana Gaurange Radhe Brindavanishwari Vrishabhana Sudadevi Pranama Pranamami Hari Priye Panchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhevacha Paridanam Bhavnebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. So, reading from Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is, translation and commentary Srila Prabhupada. Today's verse is 1136, chapter entitled The Universal Form. So here we are. Yes. So this is the start of 11 verses that Arjuna offers to Krishna after seeing the universal form. Please repeat. Arjuna Vacha Stane Rishikesha Tava Prakritya Jagat Prahashrati Anurajyate Cha Rakshamshi Bitani Disho Travanti Sarve Namasyanti Cha Siddhasangaha Arjuna Vacha Stane Rishikesha Tava Prakritya Jagat Prahashrityatya Anurajate Cha Rakshamshi Bhutani Disho Travanti Sarve Namasyanti Cha Siddhasangaha Arjuna Vacha Stane Rishikesha Tava Prakritya Jagat Prarishyati Anuvarjate Cha Rakshamsi Bitani Disho Dravanti Sava Namasyanti Cha Siddhasangaha. Okay.
Arjuna Vacha Stane Rishikesha Tava Prakritya Jagat Prahursyate Anurajyate Cha Rakshamsi Bhitani Disho Dravanti Sarve Namasanti Cha Siddhasangha
Arjuna
Vacha
Rishikesha Tava Prakritya Jagat Prahishyatya Anurajyate Cha Rakshamsi Bhitani Disho Dravanti Sarve Namasyanti Cha Siddhasangha
Arjuna Vacha Stane Rishikesha Tava Prakritya Jagat Priyasti Anurajyate Cha Rakshambitani Disho Dravanti Save Namasyanti Cha Siddhasangaha. So, word for word, please repeat. Arjuna Vacha. Arjuna said. Stane. Rightly. Rishi Isha. O Master of all senses. Tava. Your. Pakritya. By the glories. Jagat. the entire world, prahashyati, is rejoicing, anurajyate, is becoming attached, cha, and rakshamshi, the demons, bitani, out of fear, disha, in all directions, dravanti, are fleeing, sarve, all, namasyanti, are offering respects, cha, also, siddhasanga, the perfect human beings. Translation, Srila Prabhupada. Arjuna said, O Master of the senses, the world becomes joyful upon hearing your name, and thus everyone becomes attached to you. Although the perfected beings offer you their respectful homage, the demons are afraid, and they flee here and there. All this is rightly done. Please repeat. Arjuna said, O Master of the senses, the world becomes joyful upon hearing your name, and thus everyone becomes attached to you. Although the perfected beings offer you their respectful homage, the demons are afraid, and they flee here and there. All this is rightly done. Purport Srila Prabhupada. Arjuna, after hearing from Krishna about the outcome of the battle of Kurukshetra, became enlightened. And as a great devotee and a friend of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he said that everything done by Krishna is quite fit. Arjuna confirmed that Krishna is the maintainer and the object of worship for the devotees and the destroyer of all the undesirables. His actions are equally good for all. Arjuna understood herein that when the battle of Kurukshetra was being concluded in outer space, there were present many demigods, siddhas, and intelligence, and the intelligentsia of the higher planets, and they were observing the fight because Krishna was present there. When Arjuna saw the universal form of the Lord, the demigods took pleasure in it, but others who were demons and atheists could not stand it when the Lord was praised. Out of their natural fear of the devastating form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they fled. Krishna's treatment of the devotees and the atheists is praised by Arjuna. In all cases, a devotee glorifies the Lord because he knows that whatever he does, that's the Lord, is good for all. Mukam karochi vachalam pangam naitegirim yad kripa tamaham bande Shri Guru dinatarinam Arjuna vacha stane rishikesha tava prakritya jagat prahashrishya anurajyate cha rakshamsi bitani disho dravanti sarve namasyanti cha siddhasangaha. Arjuna said, O Master of the senses, the world becomes joyful upon hearing your name, and thus everyone becomes attached to you. Although the perfected beings offer you their respectful homage, the demons are afraid, and they flee here and there. All this is rightly done. So, yes. So this, like I said, this is the start of 11 verses praising Krishna, Arjuna, in his ecstasy of realization. Later on, Arjuna will say, oh, previously I was lying on the bed joking with you, maybe not agreeing with you, treating you as a friend. But now I see that you're the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So please forgive all those offenses. Of course, there's no offenses there. Arjuna now is in the ecstasy of realizing Aishwarya Bhav of Krishna, his power, his opulence, his magnificent position. But Krishna, so that is Haridam. In the Brahma Samhita, there is Goloka Dham described, then below that is Haridam, then Mahesh Dham, and then Durga Dham. This is Durga Dham. So these are the basic four divisions of the creation. Durga Dham is the material world, where there's a mixture of matter and spirit, mixture of devotees and non-devotees. Rakshamsi. Rakshamsi means Raksha. This is a name for the Rakshasa, particularly that's a very evil type of demon. Raksha means, this was spoken by Lord Brahma. Raksha, Rakshami. When the demons were manifest, that's described 3rd canto of Bhagavatam, they wanted to attack Lord Brahma and engage in some kind of perverted sex. So this is the demons, they're perverted in all aspects of their mentality. So Lord Brahma called out, Rakshami, Rakshami, protect me, protect me. So the Rakshasa is somebody from whom everyone should be protected, because they are perverted in their consciousness. What is that perversion? And why are they so fearful, the Rakshasa? Because they want to be the Supreme Lord. Ishvaropi ahambogi. What is that in the Bhagavad, in the Gita, in Ishupanishad? Ishavasya idam sarvam yat kinjat jagajam jagat tena taktena punjita magrida kashasvitdanam. So this is considered the highest of the Upanishads, a summary of them. So this number, mantra 1. Everything animate or inanimate, this is the material world, right? Animate means consciousness, means spiritual. Inanimate is the lower Prakriti, the inanimate material energy that is within the universe. This material universe is controlled and owned by the Lord. One should therefore accept only those things necessary for himself, which are set aside as his quota. That means one should be satisfied and let one's karma come to fruition. And one must not accept other things, knowing well to whom they belong. So the demon doesn't recognize, especially that last bit, knowing well to whom they belong. They don't want to recognize that the material energy belongs to Krishna. He is the controller, he is the Ishvara, he is the source of this material energy. Just like if I paint a painting, I can claim, this is my painting. So this creation is Krishna's painting. It is his production. It is his production of energy. He has entered into it as Rishikesh. Everything is resting upon him, right? Rishikesha, Rishikena, Sevanam, Bhakti, Uchite. Therefore, everything should be offered to Krishna. That's the devotional way. But the demons, no, they want to falsely claim, this is mine, by force of my will or energy or violence. I control this and I will enjoy it. And we see that. So that's the difference in these two types. The Devas, they are, oh, look at the universal form. Look, there's a battle. And Prabhupada says in the purport there that they are there because Krishna's there. This material world, particularly now we see in the material world, anyone's looks at the news, everyone is fighting. So this material world, there's always this conflict, right? As you get older, you think, well, when you're younger, you think, oh, there's a war going on. When will war stop? But actually, as you get older, you realize that there's always some kind of battle going on in the material world. So, why? They're trying to control and enjoy the property of the Supreme Lord. And they cannot have peace. So what is that verse? Bhuktaram yogya tapasam savaloka maheshwaram suridam sarvabhutanam yatva mam jantim richate. So nowadays there's United Nations, they're trying to make people stop fighting and cooperate. Maybe, to some extent they are. So Prabhupada said that this is the peace formula. Bhaktaram yogi tapasam. That Krishna is the bhakta. He is the enjoyer of all sacrifice. And tapasya, austerity. Everything should be offered to him. Bhaktaram yogi tapasam. So yagya means what? We take the produce of the world, and then in the Vedic age, the Kshatriyas were very careful to offer the grain, milk, yogurt, ghee in yagya to the Supreme Lord, right? Yes, you Supreme Lord, you have given us this land, we are the Kshatriyas, we have arranged for a yagya to glorify you on this particular day, and we produce land and we produce from the land ghee, jewels, bricks, marble, foodstuffs. So now we offer it to you, right? And in the Gita, what does Krishna say? If one offers me a flower and fruit and water, I will accept it. Well, yeah, that's right. What is again first line? Patram pushpam phalam toyam. So we don't have to make a big yagya. We can just take a tulsi leaf and a flower and some water and offer it with bhakti. Yeah. And then Krishna reciprocates with love. So that is the devotional way, but the demons, they want to mark territory, just like on the African savanna. Savanna means grasslands. So one group of lions, looking very tough, they mark their territory, right? Why? Because they want to control and enjoy the antelope, the water, and all the lionesses in this area. You see it in the street, right? The dogs, this is my territory. If another dog, I'm in charge of Radharaman Rasta. So you cannot come into my street. Same thing with the monkeys, right? This is my rooftop. These rooftops are mine to control and enjoy. Look, the Yatri Loka coming. I'm going to steal the glasses and then get a fruity. So I control this area and I enjoy. So this is the demoniac mentality, actually. The Rakshasas are the worst. Who is the big Rakshasa? Hiranyakashipu, right? He wanted to control not just the Rasta or the rooftops, he wanted to control the whole universe, right? Then Ravana and all that. But they are all what? What does Krishna say? Kalos me aham, I am time, I am destroyer of the worlds. So people act sinfully, so the karma phal comes upon them. As they say in the material world, what comes around, what goes around comes around. That's kind of like becoming more common now. They say karma is a bitch. Because people are understanding now that karma is there. So if the devotee understands that very carefully, that karma is there, so I'm enjoying this land, looking after my praja, I'm a Kshatriya, so I must do it as an offering to the Supreme Lord. And then I'm free of karma. But if I try to become the controller, even if I am Ravana, if I am Hiranyakashipu, if I'm Kumbhakana, whatever, I will be brought down, because if I act independently, of the Supreme Lord and selfishly, then I become karma bandha. Karma bandha. So all these, now if you look at the world, right, there's fighting in Eastern Europe, in the Middle East, this is go on. Why? They're considering this is my territory and we want to control and enjoy it in a particular way. And then there's another person thinking, I would like that territory. Because Prabhupada writes in here and there, that ultimately the land is the opulence. You may have a navy and you may have an air force, but if you want to control the land, you have to have an army. And what you do with the land, like I say, you can develop population, you can take food from the land, marble, fruits, so on and so forth. But if you have no land, you're homeless, right? You have nothing. So that's what people are trying to achieve. They're trying to control, master. But because they're not doing it under the control of the Supreme Lord's instructions, Rishikesh, then they become bound by karma. And this brings them down automatically. It doesn't matter. So Krishna says that, right? That's what he says. 32, isn't it? It's a very nice verse. We've discussed it many times. Yes, Arjuna, he says, I see you devouring all people from all sides with your flaming mouths. This is the end of his description of the universal form. Covering all the universe with your effulgence, you are manifest with terrible scorching rays. O Lord of Lords, so fierce of form, please tell me, who are you? I offer my obeisances unto you. Please be gracious to me. Aishwarya Bhav is understanding I'm very impotent compared to the Supreme Lord. Doesn't matter how powerful you are, if you're compared to Ananta, the unlimited Supreme Lord, what is next to unlimited, everything is small. You are the primal Lord, the first Lord. I want to know about you, for I do not know what your mission is. What is your mission? Close me aham, right? Time I am, Krishna says, the great destroyer of the worlds. So yes, you perform bad karma, you'll be destroyed, right? If you drink daru and take drugs, oh, I'm a young man. But then when you're 30, 40, your liver is finished, your kidneys are finished, your lungs are finished, and you're finished. So that is the material world. So Prabhupada actually once said, my disciples are very nice, but they're not scared of Maya. Meaning that we should be very careful in this material world. You know, we should be very careful. Because if we do the wrong thing, or take the wrong food, or excessive food, or become unregulated, we don't clean ourselves, or we don't clean nicely, then there is reaction. The material world is very close. So then Krishna answers, I'm the destroyer. Yeah, I've come here to destroy all people. With the exception of you, the Pandavas, all the soldiers here on both sides will be slain. So in 1337, Krishna also says something, 17 I think it is. We missed it last week. Yes. This is the super soul. What he is saying, Virat Rup is the super soul. So 13:17, although the supersoul appears to be divided among all beings, he is never divided. He is situated as one. Although he is the maintainer of every living being, so he maintains, it is to be understood that he devours and develops all. So that's the three phrases, right? Creation, maintenance, destruction, right? Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, Gunavatar. So all those living entity, Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva and of course Lord Vishnu, they get their Shakti from the Supreme Lord. So this is a very good summary. But it is, Supersoul is one. In the purport, Prabhupada says, the Lord is situated in everyone's heart as the Supersoul. Does this mean that he has become divided? No. Actually, he is one. The example is given of the sun. The sun at the meridian is situated in its place. But if one goes for 5,000 miles in all directions and asks, where is the sun? Everyone will say that the sun is shining on his head. So the sun is never divided, but he is available to everyone. So I was thinking about this sloka. Arjuna says, what is your mission? So, this is the 10th canto. And it is the Advent, the first chapter is the Advent of Lord Krishna. So at the beginning of the chapter, Sukadev Parikshit Maharaj says, thank you, you've described the Surya Vamsa, the Chandra Vamsa, you've described all these demigods and these great lineages, you have explained them and the great personalities. But now, please tell me about the Supreme Lord. So the 10th canto is not about the empowered personalities per se, but is directly about Krishna. This is Aishwarya. And this Aishwarya, this is shocking to the devotees, but they're not fearful. They may be nervous and they may be astounded, but for the demons, they're fearful. Why? Because they don't like to talk about God. Why? It's just like we said last week. We don't think we'll die, because we know we're spirit soul. So the demons, from their soul, within their soul, they know, I'm a sinful being, and in the future, I must suffer. So don't tell me about the Supreme Lord. Don't tell me about the law of karma. Don't tell me how he is Rishikesh, how everything is resting upon him. I am free, right? They write songs like that. Oh, I'm free, home of the brave, and so on. I'm not scared of anyone. I'm not scared of anyone. Well, you should be. You should be scared of time. So, here is the mission of the Lord. And this, Krishna says there, Arjuna says, I want to know, what is your mission? Why have you come here? So, this is chapter 1, 10th canto, right? So we'll start at number 17. Once when Mother Earth was overburdened by hundreds of thousands of military phalanxes of various conceited demons, Rakshasa, dressed like kings, she approached Lord Brahma for relief. So it's interesting, overburdened. Now this is also, you'll find this, also Prabhupada explains this, burden, overburden, akranta. So it is said that Mother Earth can bear the Himalayas and great mountains and great lakes. No problem. But she can't bear the burden of one, do you know? Liar. Yes. She has no problem. 1 billion people on the earth, no problem. All the oceans and the seas. Bhumi, she's a devotee. But she doesn't like the weight of one liar. Just imagine that. Right? So she was very overburdened because the demons, this is the mission. Remember Arjuna said, I want to know what your mission is. So this is the mission. She approached Bhumi, Lord Brahma, for relief. Mother Earth assumed the form of a cow. Right? So the cow is a very sacred animal. The milk, the ghee, the honey, even the stool of the cow is pure. It fertilizes the land. The urine of the cow, when medicated, Ayurvedic doctors purify your whole body. That's very interesting. That is also, there's a story that in the Shastra, why is the urine and the stool of a cow pure? Well, one time somebody was looking, I think it's a story of Ram, isn't it? Looking, Sita said, don't tell Ram where I am, to the cow. But then Ram or Balaram, Lakshman came and said, where is Sita? And Sita, oh no, Sita was looking for Ram. Correct? Sita was looking for Ram, and the cow said to Ram, I don't know where he is, but she actually knew. So later Sita found, and she went to the cow and she said, you told a lie to me. You hid Ram from me. So therefore, your mouth is impure. You will eat impure things. So the cow went to Ram and said, Ram, you told me not to tell Sita where you were. And now she's cursed me to eat impure things. And you see that right in Vrindavan. We shouldn't allow it actually. The cow should be fed beautiful things. But sometimes in the street they roam here and there and they eat, thrown out vegetables or something. So Ram said, well, I can't change the curse, but from your backside, everything will be pure. You will eat impure things sometimes, but from your backside, everything will be pure. So this is a story in the Shastra. It's very interesting. So, the cow is a very special animal. If people want to eat meat, okay. But it's your karma. But never eat the cow. If you eat the cow, this is a serious, serious problem. And people that eat, that like if you're an Eskimo and you have to eat a sea lion, that is not sinful because that's the food that is available. But humankind should not eat the cow. It is a sacred animal in the sense it is a gift from the Supreme Lord to supply milk and ghee and all these wonderful things. Even when the cow is passed on, the skin is leather and so on and so forth. So the cow is a very special animal. It's not, well, actually people say, the Hindus worship the cow. No, actually, the Vedic people, they worship everyone. They worship everything because it is all the creation of the Supreme Lord. But we give special deference to the cow because it is such a wonderful companion. It is one of the 7 mothers. So killing the cow is like killing your mother. It's very bad karmic. So anyway, thereafter hearing the distress of Mother Earth, overburdened with all the Rakshasas, Brahma went to and told her about, yes. Lord Brahma, with Mother Earth, Lord Shiva, and all the other demigods approached the shore of the ocean of milk. That is the Dhruvaloka, the pole star. That is a spiritual planet manifest within the material world. So they went to Indra and everyone, and then they went to, after reaching the shore of the ocean of milk, the demigods worship the Supreme Personality of Lord Vishnu. Now this is the place where Rishikesh resides, on the pole star. And you see the way the universe is constructed, all the planets, what do? They circumambulate the pole star, which is the residence of Rishikesh. It's interesting how that is the first way Arjuna addresses Krishna, Rishikesh. You are the master of the senses. I have this body and I'm using this body, but only because you are Rishikesh and using my body to get make it useful. So anyway, the master of the whole universe, the supreme God of gods, who provides for everyone and diminishes everyone's suffering. With great attention they worship Lord Vishnu, who lies on the ocean of milk, by reciting the Vedic mantras known as Purusha Shukta. While in trance, Lord Brahma heard the words of Lord Vishnu vibrating in the sky. He told the demigods, "O demigods, hear from me the order of Shirodakshai Vishnu, Virat Rupa, the Supreme Person, and execute it attentively without delay." So that's Lord Brahma telling the demigods what Vishnu is instructing. Lord Brahma informed the demigods, "Before we submitted our petition to the Lord, he was already aware of the distress on earth." Of course, he's Rishikesh. But that's an important point, that we know that Krishna knows everything, but still we reciprocate with Krishna. We don't say, "Oh, Krishna knows everything, therefore I don't have to do anything." The demigods, they know that Krishna knows everything, but still they are reciprocating with the Supreme Lord. So this is an important point. We know that Krishna can control and do everything, but we approach the Supreme Lord and reciprocate with him. He was already aware of the distress. Consequently, for as long as the Lord moves on earth to diminish its burden by his own potency in the form of time, you can see how it's, you see? I'll say that again. For as long as the Lord moves on earth to diminish its burden by his own potency in the form of time, right? These are demoniac people exploiting the material energy. So in time they will be destroyed. It doesn't matter if you're just like before the British there was the Mughals, right? They were here 800. Then the British came, they were kicked out in 200 years. So you will find that you know that so many empires, they come. Alexander the Great, right? The Roman Empire, now it's just a tourist destination. And the Italians are sitting around drinking wine. But they control the whole Mediterranean basin. So how is it possible? Time. The karma fall. They may make so many resolutions in their houses of parliament, but time pushes along. So, under the force of time, karma fall. Consequently, as long as the Lord moves on the earth to diminish its burden by his own potency in the form of time, removing the demons, all of you demigods should appear through the plenary portions of sons and grandsons in the family of the Yadus. Now, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who has full potency, will personally appear as son of Vasudeva. Therefore, all the wives of the demigods should also appear in order to satisfy him. The foremost manifestation of Krishna is Shankarshan, who is known as Ananta, Baladev. He is the origin of all incarnations within this material world. Previous to the appearance of Lord Brahma, this original Shankarshan will appear as Baladev just to please the Supreme Lord Krishna in his transcendental pastimes. The potency of the Lord, known as Vishnu Maya, who is as good as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, will also appear with Lord Krishna. This potency, acting in different capacities, this is the potency. So this is the Shakti. This is from Radharani, Lakshmi Devi. Kali is the goddess of war, which is one of the manifestations of Durga Devi, Parvati, the wife of Lord Shiva. So all these different Shakti manifestations, this potency acting in different capacities captivates all the worlds, both material and spiritual. So yes, you see, this is an important point. We don't know the sun directly, but we know the sun through the Shakti of the sun. We know the sun through the sunlight, right? So we know the Supreme Purusha through the Prakriti of the Supreme Lord. We don't directly contact the sun, but we contact the energy of the sun, the Shakti, in the form of sunlight. So similarly, we are situated in the Shakti of Purusha, but through the Shakti, the energy, the Prakriti, we are approaching and realizing Purusha. Because that is the absolute truth. Purusha and Prakriti. So so that's why it's very important to realize that's the 11th canto, chapter 29, and also the chapter before this, Krishna tells Arjuna, see me in this material world. Don't see this material world as something different from me. Yad yad vibhuti mat sattvam Srimad Uritam Evava. All these wonderful and divine creations and opulences you see in this world, beauty, strength, knowledge, skill, all these amazing manifestations, even on Bhuloka, see it as a single spark of my splendor. See it as my energy. So if we see the creation, we see the creator through his creation. Now in the modern world, they try to cut that link between the creation and the creator, between Shakti and the source of Shakti, between Prakriti and Purusha. They educate everyone, oh, there was nothing, then there was a big bang, and then there was everything. And that's the explanation. There's no Supreme Lord behind the manifestation. But actually, if you see the creation as the Shakti, the energy of the Supreme, then you automatically become devoted. So we saw that in the 10th chapter. Aham sarvasya pravavo matak sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajanti mam. I am the source of the material and spiritual. Everything emanates from me. Those that understand this, that means that those that see the spirit, soul, and the energy in relationship to Krishna, iti matva bhajanti mam. They become devoted automatically. So if you see the creation as the Creator's creation, you become devoted to the Creator. Iti matva bhajanti mam buddha bhava samambita. And then they automatically maksita matgata prana, they enter into abhideya, into upasana. But the atheistic rakshasas, No, this is all atoms and molecules. There is no God behind it. There's no Rishikesh. Things are not resting upon the Supreme Lord. That is all stories. Huh? That is what they want to do. And when you die, you die. There's no such thing as a spirit soul. Consciousness is a chemical reaction in your head or something like that. So they want to say there's a creation, but there is no creator. They want to dismiss the creator. So don't become devoted to him, become devoted to me. I am Ravana. I am Hiranyakashipu. I am the Prime Minister. Don't you know how many missiles I have? I have 2,000 atomic bombs. So they want people to become devoted to them instead of devoted to the Supreme Creator. You see, this is the dichotomy in today's verse, right? The Rakshasa and the devotee. The devotees, they're looking the universe. What a wonderful thing to see Rishikesh, how he is, everything is resting upon him. Everything is a spark of his splendor. The devotees are joyful. But the demons are fearful. Oh my God, there is a God. And there might be the law of karma. So they're running here and there. I'm getting out of here. But you can't get out of the material world just by buying a ticket. Your karma is there. But then it's interesting what Arjuna says, the world becomes joyful upon hearing your name. So this is the thing, especially in Kali Yuga, if people chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, they can get out of their karma. Krishna says, just surrender unto me and I'll protect you from your karma. Don't worry. Bibhishan, you come to me and you surrender to me, I accept you. I don't care if you're the brother of Ravana. Anyone who comes to me, it's my eternal promise that I will accept them and give them eternal shelter. So the world, yes, Rishikesh, world becomes joyful upon hearing your name. And this is exactly the theory and practice that Lord Chaitanya gave for Kali Yuga. Chant Hare Krishna, surrender to Krishna, and everything will become clear. And Krishna will accept you. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And don't worry too much, because what? Hriday say Arjuna Tistati. I am within the heart. I am Chaitaguru. What is that verse? The Supreme Lord is within the heart, and from him becomes Mataksmite Jnanam Apohanam Cha. You don't have to worry. Oh, my Guru, he's not a Siddha. My Guru is not a Paramahamsa. Of course your Guru is a Paramahamsa. Your Guru is within your heart. Your Guru is Rishikesh, is the Supreme Lord. We all have Baladev as our Guru. We all have the Supreme Lord as our Guru. So we don't have to worry. There is no restriction on the Lord's mercy. Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityananda, and they're simply coming. Kirtanadeva Krishnasya Mukta Sangha Param Brajat. You just chant Hare Krishna. So sometimes people get, oh, what about this, what about that? And it says here and this and that. Krishnasya. Kale doshani de rajan asti eka mahadguna eva Krishna mukta sangha parambrajat. Don't worry about all these technical details. Just chant. Understand the mission of the Lord, the mission of Lord Chaitanya. He's saying, don't be a Rakshasa, be a devotee. How? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. That's so. I accept Bibhishan, I accept Ravana. I accept everyone because you're all my praja. You are all my creation. Now you've gone in this route or that route, but come back. Huh? That's why Jagannath is like this. Right now it's Jagannath. Why has he got his arms like this? Because he wants to embrace everyone. That is why he's like this, Jagannath. Come here in my arm and I will embrace you. Just like Ram embraced Vibhishan. Right? So Lord Jagannath, he's ready to embrace anyone from any position. Just go to him. Right? Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Sankirtan movement ki jai. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So ultimately, that is the mission of the Lord. Right? That is the mission of the Lord. To take everyone back to eternal platform. That is the mission. That is his intention. So thank you very much, kind attention. Any question? Contribution? Whatever?
Regarding the cow you mentioned, so what is the exactly understanding about the cow? Is it an animal or mother?
Well, there's 7 mothers. There's described, there's the wife of the king, the wife of the Brahmana, the land boob. But that story, I remember reading it many years ago, but it is mother in the sense that the cow gives milk, like the mother. When we're children, we take milk from the mother. And if the mother has a problem, can't give milk, then you boil cow's milk. Add about 20% water, and the child will grow up strong and everything. So your question exactly, she is a mother in that sense.
No, my question was, what is your definition? Either it is a mother or cow.
Well, it's a cow who's a mother. Sorry?
You mentioned like cow is a domestic animal, whatever it is. But scripture says it is mother. There is a story of Tenali Ram, what you were speaking. Tenali Ram. So
Can you explain that?
one time a king asked this minister, Tenali Ram, he asked which milk is good. So he spoke about the buffalo milk, goat milk, then he didn't say about cow. Because the king asked about the animal milk. So he asked, yes, what about the cow? He said, cow is not an animal.
Oh. Who's the king?
King name I don't know, but Tenali Ram. He was
Tenali Ram.
Sri Krishna Devaraya.
Huh?
Sri Krishna
Sri Krishna
Devaraya.
Devaraya. Sri Krishna Devaraya.
So which scripture is this? I must look it up. I must search for it.
The king asked.
No, he is asking which scripture is this.
The Prabhupada mentions about that Saptaika Matra, the 7 mothers are there. Also the ocean is also considered mother, even forest is also considered mother, rivers. So that is exceptional, but there are 7 mothers. But my question was, what is your understanding about cow? Either it is an animal or mother?
Well, I have to follow the acharyas, Mahajayana Kataspa Pantha.
You said animal.
Well, yeah. Okay, I apologize to the cow if I said animal or implied that. So the cow is a special category. But I don't know we can say the cow is a human being. So you understand my point?
Even Bhagavatam says that
Mind you, sometimes say that she's a cow.
One verse, Sa eva Gokara.
Sorry?
Sa eva Gokara in the 10th canto, 78th chapter, about in the Kurukshetra. So that this body is considered compared with this kapha pitta vata, one who considers this body, this nation, this family, and whatever.
Oh, yeah.
There also mentioned about the cow and the ass.
Yeah.
So there it is mentioned by our Acharya as the cow sees in the mood of goodness but she doesn't have that knowledge of discrimination. When she gives sometimes stillbirth babies, dead baby, still she will consider this baby is alive.
So that's very interesting, that's very interesting. Saeva Gokara is a cow or an ass. So, but it doesn't mean to say the cow is the same level as the ass. But your point is it means that the cow doesn't have discrimination. It doesn't have intelligence.
Discriminatory power.
Yes, because the human being that is his particular quality, isn't it? His senses aren't very strong, but he has a sense of conscience, Rishikesh. He knows what's good and bad naturally, in a sense, and then he can discriminate what should be done, what should. Interesting in the Gita, that's when Krishna starts to explain who are the demons. Pravrittim cha, nivrittim cha. They don't know what is to be done and what is not to be done. That's the first thing Krishna says in the Gita. So people lose that discrimination by going into tamagun, by becoming sinful. But if you're in the mode of goodness, you have a sense of conscience. I shouldn't do this, I should say that. I said this, I should apologize, I made a mistake. You have discrimination. But the cow, she doesn't have that. Of course, she can look after her children nicely, but she's not intellectual, let's say that way. So she's neither human or animal. She's a special category.
The Gao Vishwasya Matra, there is one verse.
Huh?
There is one verse in Sanskrit. Gao Vishwasya Matra. She is mother of the universe. Not only human. She is even the mother of the demigods, even the demons. There was once to fight between the demons and the demigods. Brahma and Shiva, they went as cow and calf. They drank that nectar, but the demons, they didn't kill those cows. The cow and the calf. In the olden time, this is a Puranic story. So they were also not that much this thing. Like the modern demons, compared to the modern demons, bygone days, older.
And the modern demons, they particularly kill the cow. That's right, and that's what Prabhupada said. When long back, that was, the Vietnam War was going on. And he said that if you slaughter the cow, you will be slaughtered in wars. He said that particularly. That if like I was trying to say in the class, that the cow is a special category. And if you perform bad activities to the cow, you become destroyed. And Krishna, of course, is Govinda. It's almost, right? Govinda. So go means the senses. Go means also the cow. The land is also. And Krishna's abode is Gokul. Right? Goloka. So like we're saying, Purusha and Prakriti. So much the elements of Prakriti are manifest in the cow, right? She's, like you say, the mother. She's the source. And Goraksha, right? Krishi Go Vanijam Goraksha, later on in the Gita. Goraksha is very, very important for human society. So that's what's going on. People are not protecting the cow. And also it's not, even though the cow may eat, sometimes we should see, Prabhupada wanted the Goshala. He said it's very important. He bought the Goshala and made the Goshala. I was in charge of the Goshala in the 80s to make milk. Prabhupada wanted the devotees to take milk. He said it's very important for the development of a child and the higher cognizant. Milk every day. So, yes, and and if you drink milk and good diet, ghee, foods, vegetables, and this, then that's a complete diet, right? But in this Rakshasa society, they're killing the cow. And this is painful even to think. And I remember when I was Goshala in charge, we had 120 cows. It's very satisfying to serve the cow. Also, another very important thing is in Vrindavan to serve tulsi. Like I have about 50 tulsis. So if you always look after tulsi and you look after the cow, then you're automatically on Radharani's good side. And you'll have no problem. So that's why Prabhupada, tulsi puja, right? Touch the tulsi, it's very important. Vaishnavism is a perfect philosophy. And you can see, this is very interesting, how the Bhagavatam and what is the mission of Krishna. And now you see the world now, they're all fighting. I'm the big dog. This is my Rasta. So, time, kalosmiyaham. Now America is big, the British were big ones, this one's this and that. But time comes and says, the day of your empire is gone. So the devotees know that and become detached. And this is all rightfully done, you know. Krishna says to Arjuna earlier, he says, the wise lament neither for the living nor the dead. Now this is very interesting what Krishna says. We don't lament for the living or the dead, but we should have compassion for the living and the dead. Right? That is the Vaishnavism. We don't lament because people are dying. That is the karma fall. But we should have kripa, right? Kripa sindhu bhaivacha. So, any more topics? We'll finish at this point. So thank you very much for your kind attention. Hope to see you next Friday in the great adventure of the universal form. Srila Prabhupada Sadhu Sangha ki jai. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jai.